Hi everyone, it is Christina Pridie here, better known as the Seamless Knitter here on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can find all of my seamless pattern designs on Ravelry and on my website ptboyarnshop.com. I also have a Ko-Fi account if you would like to support me and my channel financially. All this information is linked in the description box below this video. In today's tutorial, I will be demonstrating how I do the alternating cable cast off. So let's get started. It is easy to do and it's easy to take out. Not like tubular or Italian bind off. It looks the same without all the hassle of the yarn management. So here I have a top-down raglan sweater, and as you can see I have done the alternating cable cast off after the collar was done and after the cuff of the sleeve and also at the bottom of the hemline. And you can see that it's very, very, very stretchy. It's a really nice bind off, and if you can look here up close, you can see that it just, at the end of the knit one, purl one rib, it just rolls over the edge really nicely, and it gives it that professional look. Okay, so we're going to get started here. I am using the Addi Click interchangeable needles. Now, if you are using something else, that's fine, but this is a different bind off in which you need to use a straight needle or a double pointed needle, something that doesn't have anything attached to the end of it. So what I'm going to do is remove my cord. So I'm going to take my cord off, and it just comes off like that, and I'm going to leave it hang down because you need a straight needle without anything attached to be able to do this. So I'm at the beginning of my round here. This is a knit one, purl one rib, like I said, and I'm going to bind off in pattern doing this alternating cable cast off. So the first stitch is a knit. So basically we are going to purl our knits and knit our purls. So this stitch is a knit. I need to start with a purl stitch. So I'm going to go into my stitch as if to purl. I have my yarn out in front, and I'm going to purl that stitch. Now the next stitch is a purl, but I'm going to need to knit that stitch. So instead of putting my yarn this way back behind my needle, I'm going to bring my needle or my working yarn under the needle to the back, and I'm going to knit that stitch. And then I am going to bind it off by pulling the first stitch over that second stitch, like so. Now the next stitch is a knit stitch, so I need to purl that stitch. So I need to bring my yarn under the needle to the front and purl that stitch. And now I'm going to put my yarn to the back because the next stitch is a purl and I need to knit it. Put it to the back, but I also need to bind off this stitch. So now I'm in position to knit that next stitch. So I'll knit that stitch and I will bind off. Now the next stitch is a knit stitch and I need to purl it. So I bring the yarn under the needle and purl that stitch. The yarn can go under the needle and to the back because the next stitch is going to be a knit, and then I bind off this stitch. So now I knit the next stitch and I bind off. The next stitch is the knit, so I need to purl it. So I bring the yarn back under the needle and I purl that stitch. The next stitch is a purl. I need to knit it, so under the needle, bind off the stitch first and knit the next stitch and bind off. The next stitch is a knit. I need to purl, so bring the yarn forward and purl that stitch. The yarn goes back under the needle. You can bind off first before you do, you're going to bind off first before you do the next one, which is a knit stitch. So you can see that it's a purl there, so it needs to be knit. So we're going to bind off and knit that stitch and bind off. Okay, so you can see how much we have done here so far, and it's looking great, and you can see how the stitches just run over the top edge and gives it a really nice finish. You can see it how it rolls over. If you look at it this way, you can see it that way too. I'll show you on the other cuff. So that's all you're going to do, is you're going to continue doing that all the way around, and when you're finished, you will just cut your yarn, pull it through the last stitch, and weave in your ends. There's no special way to finish it off. Just join it at the very top of the first stitch you did and weave in your ends. Okay, so I'll show you the other cuff so you'll see what it looks like again. And here we have the finished look. So you can see what it looks like there and how it just rolls over the top to the other side and rolls right into the ribbing. And you can see it up here on the inside, what it looks like. So that's the inside, and there's the outside. And it's very stretchy. Okay, so there you have it. If you found this tutorial helpful, please save it to watch later, share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified of my next video or tutorial release. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below this video and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Happy knitting!